With the eyes closed, let us listen to these words of Swamiji. The theme for this satsang is on love. One finds love not by being loved, but by loving. We can never know love if we try to draw others to ourselves, nor can we find it by centering our love in them. For love is infinite, it is never ours to create. We can only channel it from its source in infinity to all whom we meet. The more we forget ourselves in giving to others, the better we can understand what love really is. And the more we love as channels for God's love, the more we can understand that His is the one love in all the universe. Let's now affirm, meant first little loudly, then in a normal voice, whisper, and then mentally. You can repeat after me. I will love others as extensions of my own self.
I will love others as extensions of my own self.
And of the love I feel from God.
And of the love I feel from God.
I will love others as extensions of my own self.
I will love others as extensions of my own self.
And of the love I feel from God.
And of the love I feel from God.
Now in a little slower voice. I will love others as extensions of my own self. And of the love I feel from God. Now focus your gaze at the point between the eyebrows and allow these words mentally to go into the superconsciousness. I will love others as extensions of my own self. And of the love I feel from God. Let us try to feel all the love that we receive from God. And in channeling that love, we are extending that love to others, feeling that they are all extensions of the same being. I will love others as extensions of my own self, and of the love I feel from God. Let's mentally pray, O Infinite One, make me a channel for Thy love. Through me, reach out to sow seeds of love in barren hearts everywhere. Let's continue to meditate for a few more moments, feeling the words that Swamiji has given us, feeling God as love in our hearts, and channeling that vibration to everyone. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Namaste everyone. Today's reading is from Rays of the One Light by Swami Kriyananda, and the topic is, Did God create the universe or become it? Truth is one and eternal. Realize oneness with it in your deathless self within. The following commentary is based on the teachings of Paramahansa Yogananda. The Gospel of St. John, chapter 1, contains a passage that explains the essential truth that creation is a process of becoming. The universe is not separate from God, the Creator, but a part of Him, even as our own dream creations during sleep are figments of our consciousness. God's is the life, God's the reality. Not a melody could be composed, not a poem written, Were the melody and the poem not already there, simply waiting to be expressed? In him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. Ego directed desire is like static. It distorts the radioed messages of infinity. But the pristine impulse from the divine, undistorted by limitation and delusion, is the life that gives rise to all that is. As the 7th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita states, I am the fluidity of water. I am the silver light of the moon and the golden light of the sun. I am the Om chanted in all the Vedas, the cosmic sound moving as if soundlessly through the ether. I am the manliness of men. I am the good sweet smell of the moist earth. I am the luminance of fire, the sustaining life of all living creatures. I am self-offering in those who would expand their little lives into cosmic life. O Arjuna, know me as the eternal seed of all creatures. In the perceptive, I am their perception. In the great, I am their greatness. In the glorious, it is I who am their glory. Thus, through Holy Scripture, God has spoken to mankind. Oh.
So, good evening, friends. Jai Guru. So, today's topic is very, very simple, but yet very, very interesting and little complex to explain and to understand also. Did God created the universe or become it? So, God is everywhere in the universe in the form of divine light. We all look separate from each other, like she's Bhavni ji, Amit ji, Anandita ji, and everyone, Ms. Mansi, Dr. Amar. See, these are objects like chairs, mats, stools. So these are some material objects, and we are human beings, animals, plants, trees. So everything is made of divine light. The essence of everything is pure light. So nothing is separate. We are already one in light. So how to realize that? So now that is the biggest question. So whenever we meditate, we feel a strong aura of light around us. So that is the energy behind us, from which energy everything has been manifested. For example, we go to a movie. So we are just seeing the screen. So what is happening on the screen? Lot of characters, actors, villains, trees, buildings, sky, moon, earth, everything is there. So but what is happening behind us? There is a small beam of light which is coming from and just playing all the parts on the projector. So like this, the God has made this creation with the Om vibratory sound. So he has projected his divine energy, his light, which has been manifested in all these material forms. So God was in bliss. He is having everything. He didn't need anything. So then why he created us? He just wanted to share his joy, his love. He just wants our love because he is giver and creator of all the gifts. When our deep devotion, deep love, deep surrender, we say, God, I love you. Maybe during daily activities, we keep on saying, God, I love you. You are the doer for everything. So what happens? Are all the cells, thoughts, emotion, they are just radiant with the divine energy. So what is the ultimate goal of life? Guruji has written, is not this earthly drama that we are playing, that we have to play because God has written it that way. Whatever is our part, being a doctor, physician, engineer, businessman, whatever, having a family life or having a monastic life. But still, what is the ultimate goal of life? Is to realize God and reach God. So Guruji has written, if we meditate daily and regularly and we concentrate here, deeply in the spiritual eye. We can just fly through this spiritual eye in the astral world, leaving this body case behind. So I just want to narrate a very small story regarding Master Guruji. So it's a very big story, but I will just shorten it into 5 minutes. So even the master, maybe Guruji has found the Yukteswarji, but still there was a desire in his heart to go to Himalayas, to in the search of God. So he just asked permission from Yukteswarji, but he was trying to stop him. But at one point, Yukteswarji was silent. Then the Guruji thought, okay, he is giving his permission. I can go now. So he went. So he wanted to meet the saint first, Ram Gopal Majumdar. So he is called as a sleepless saint. So he got the address from his Sanskrit professor. So he went. On the way, there was a Tarkeshwar temple. There was a very big stone. It was beginningless and endless. So Guruji was in little confused mind. He didn't bow. He didn't bow down in front of the stone. So he just continued his journey, but he was astray on the way. He just forgot where to go. Some stranger has told him he has to go to left, but he just told him to go to right. So there was night falling. So one farmer was on the way. Then he again asked the way. Then the peasant or the farmer told him, "Sir, there is no Ram Gopal Babu in this village. So come to my home. You can go in the morning." So he went there. The farmer served him dal rice and curry of vegetables, and he slept under the starry night. And in the morning, he started his journey again. So after everybody was saying him one korsa. One korsa means 2 miles. But it was already 8 hours and the one korsa was not finishing. So he was very surprised why this one korsa is not finishing. So I'm from 8 hours, everybody is saying just one korsa. So finally he reached the paddy field. So there he just, from a distance, he is seeing a very saintly figure. He was Ram Gopal Majumdar. So I would just call him Master and Paramahansa Yogananda ji as Guruji. So Master was coming and first he was thought who he is. Then he came near and he told Guruji, Master told Guruji, "So why you have just disturbed me at this point of time? I have to go somewhere. I've just cancelled my trip because that you are coming." Then Guruji was very confused. How he came to know that I am coming? So then you didn't obey your master? He told him in front of him, you didn't obey your master. Your master was trying to stop you. Then again Guruji was confused. How he know about Yukteswarji and everything? So then Guruji just asked him, "Master, where is God?" Just one question. He asked the sleepless saint. So then Master Ram Gopal Majumdar told him, God is everywhere. God is inside you. God is inside me. God is in this field. God is in the sun. God is in the paddy rice field. God is everywhere. So anyway, the Guruji went to his hut covered by the coconut leaves and they just meditated for 4 hours. Finally, when the master opened his eyes, Guruji was feeling hungry. He was trying to just counsel himself, okay, we are not living by the food alone. But still he was very, very hungry. Then the Ram Gopal Majumdar, just came to know through, because he was a master. So, okay, I will prepare the food for you. He again prepared the dal rice for him, and again the night came, and the master told Guruji that you can sleep now. So when Guruji was closing his eyes, all was blazing, lightning everywhere. And again he opened his eyes. Again there was lot of light and blazing and everything. He was not able to sleep. Then master was asking Guruji, why you are not sleeping? Then he said, how can I sleep? I was just seeing that infinite light everywhere in this small hut room. I am not able to sleep. So the master told him, you are very, very lucky to see this light. It's not easy to see God's light like this. So in the morning when he was leaving, again he told, the master told Guruji, see, do you have a room where you can close the door and meditate? Then Guruji said yes. Then Master told him, or Ram Gopal Majumdar told him, that is your cave. Don't run away from your Guru. He will only give you Samadhi. I am not in that place to give you Samadhi. So in that moment, Guruji, the desire for going to Himalayas just vanished from his consciousness. And when the Master blessed Guruji, he was just healed from a lot of chronic pain that he was feeling in his back. So that is the realization of the self-realized Master. He is one with everything. You don't have to tell him anything. Just a small exercise we will do now. Please close your eyes. And whatever I am saying now, just try to feel that you are there. Just feel that you are sitting in a lush green garden surrounded by hills, and the birds are chirping around. Leaves are playing in the breeze. Cool breeze is coming. Lot of fragrance of flowers. River is flowing nearby. And when you're opening your eyes, don't open your eyes, but with the opening your eyes, you're just seeing the sun rising with all the calming rays of the sun. You are meditating, you are just enjoying the nature. And in the sunset, you are again seeing the red sun rays, and the sky is painted with red, yellow, golden light, with all the canvas of the colors that God has made. And in the night, you are just seeing the calm moon with all the spiritualized colors around, with all the white, blue, and the yellow molten light around. Now you are going higher into all the galaxies, nebulas, and the stars around. All the great radiant light around you of the God's light with all the rainbow colors, red, yellow, violet, green. It is such a juncture of colors that you are just lost there. Again you are going up, seeing the deep red, yellow light, followed by the deep white light, and finally you see the God's beam of light, which is making everything possible. So just close your eyes and just feel this experience that I felt when I was meditating in the afternoon. Just Guruji has given me that thought. So friends, just meditate deeply, love God with deep devotion, deep love, deep surrender in your heart, body, mind and soul. So that is the ultimate goal of life. Thank you, friends. You can open your eyes whenever you feel like.
So this is a very interesting topic that we have from the rays of one light, whether God created this universe or God has become. Mansi ji has certainly given us a glimpse and a understanding the way that many saints have explained that yes, God created this universe by there was the word, as even Bible says that yes, initially there was nothing but word, which was the vibration, and that is the Divine Mother's aspect, which brought the creation into existence. But it reminds me of one of the incidents when Swamiji used to explain this subject, where he used to say that okay, if God had to create this universe, then he did not create this universe like you and I create anything. Just like a carpenter would create, he will buy wood and then he will start making a table out of it or a chair out of it. Because when there was God, there was no material available. So there was only God. So then how could he make anything? And because there was no material available and because there was only God, who was the only existence, you may say, so whatever he created, actually he created from himself. And in that way we can say he became everything. And because everything came from his consciousness, so he vibrated that consciousness and first created everything into thought forms or into ideas, and then gave them energy and created an energy blueprint. And then finally we see the physical universe, just like you and I are seeing now. in that creation also, at one time Yogananda said, oh, they say that God is in heaven. He said, I don't mind that, but I want to feel God right here. And because that is what is the beauty of Yogananda's teachings. If you see, that just like Mansiji was saying, although he created that kind of, drama in his autobiography, in his own life, by putting himself into that, that kind of confusion that, oh, I want to go to mountains, I cannot find God here in the city. And because this is a kind of dilemma we also have, or maybe I should not have a family, or maybe I should be leading a monastic life, or maybe I should, go to a mountain or have something. But Master very clearly through his own example was saying that right in the city, wherever you are, you can find God. You don't have to go anywhere. And this exactly what he said, that how can we feel God's presence? How can we have God in our daily existence? That was, I think, probably one of the major uh, purpose of reincarnating, because people had a lot of confusion, and there was this Kali Yuga going on where people created, idol worship, and so many things were going on. So there was needed so much clarity on this ground. So once we understand that God is right here, and God is actually has become everything, then you don't place God far from yourself. Then God is right here, as we were singing today. What is this life flowing through my veins? Can it be other than divine? What is this energy making my form? Can it be other than divine? What is this power which is flowing through my will? Because it makes us understand. I went to medical college because I was very much interested in knowing what goes behind a human body, because it is such an enigma that how a human body functions. But sorry to say that I went to a college, but they could not give me the whole understanding, which ultimately came from Yogananda's teachings only. As Swami Shri Yukteswar also said, he joined a medical college and left it in 6 months. He said it's too mechanical, that what they teach over there. But the point here is that when we, as one of the friends of Yogananda also said, when he saw what the power of a true guru is, and how they can help you understand the whole process of creation, just like Christ said, you take away this body, and he said, I can create it in 3 days. What he was saying metaphorically was that I will first create my ideational body, astral body, and then physical body. So 3 steps it will take to create my physical body, just like you and I are seeing one another. But the main point here was that once we feel that, okay, God is right here, God is not far away, God is not in heaven. If my breath is moving, what is that power which is making it move? There is some power which is making it move. My heart cannot beat by itself. Although in physiology they did teach me that there is something known as a natural automaticity. But what does that mean, natural automaticity? So, but ultimately we have to come down to a point where we understand. If you see, slowly, it doesn't, even Master said, it doesn't even require too much intelligence. He used the word cornucopia. He said, you just look at this fabulous cornucopia where you see flowers and plants and birds, beautiful altar, just look at these flowers. Can we really create even a single petal of that flower on our own? He said, Master said, it doesn't require too much intelligence even to just wait, stop, and introspect and try to understand what is going behind this show. There has to be some power which is going behind it. Recently, there was this guy called, I noted down his name actually. His name is a little tongue twister. So, so this gentleman, his name is Young Hoon Kim. So, this gentleman, he is a South Korean scientist and a researcher. And he was recently in news for a fact that he is one of the guys who has the highest IQ which is possible, and he's living on the planet. His IQ is 276. That is what they mention. And then he said one very interesting thing. Although he's a mathematician, scientist, he works with logic. He said with all my research work that I have done so far, I can say that there has to be God. Otherwise, these mathematical equations that we are making now carry no meaning at all. Look at that. Even the materialists these days have started questioning the very fundamental, fact of matter. Max Planck, maybe some of you know about this guy who was one of the greatest scientists which our last century saw. He was a co-worker who was working with Einstein. In his last days, when his whole of his almost research work was done, he said, all my life I have worked on matter. And all these years, I was trying to, define matter and trying to understand matter, what is matter in this universe. And he said, now I can tell you one fact, that matter has no existence. What exists is only a matrix of consciousness in which thoughts are vibrating, and what we see as matter is nothing but a shadow of that blueprint. So I'm paraphrasing what he wrote. He wrote a very, lengthy page. You can find it on Wikipedia, what he has written. But ultimately, just imagine that these scientists also, at one point, many times, Swami has actually written this beautiful book, which was one of his first books that he wrote, Out of the Labyrinth, where he said that I had to actually go into the enemy territory of the way a material mind is and how they think, and try to prove them from their own understanding that yes, God exists. There's nothing, even for that matter, Einstein said at one time that there are two ways to live in this world. Either everything is a miracle, or nothing is a miracle. So basic idea here is that God, the very fact, even if you see, just because of the fact that you find the tree at the same spot as you saw it yesterday, or you find the same people with whom you meet every day, it brings a kind of familiarity in our mind. And because of this familiarity, it doesn't even appear to us that what is going behind the scene. What is it that is maintaining it? How is it? We put the flowers, but we forget that how this flower actually came out of the soil. Master at one point said that, you see this lawn, it looks so beautiful, but doesn't this question arise in your mind that what is that power in the seed which brings up this beautiful lawn and it decorates the whole thing? So in a way, you see, God is literally playing hide and seek with us. He's right here, not even up there in heaven. He's right here sustaining us, maintaining us, and doing everything, but still not visible. And many times, many people have said he's hiding in the open. But this is the whole magic. He's there, but we have to, make an effort to feel him. That is the whole idea of the purpose of life. How can I feel him? As we say, at one point, Yogananda explained God in this one line, Satchidananda, as we say, ever existing, ever conscious, ever new bliss. So we know that existence is there. There's no doubt about existence. We don't have any doubt that you exist. Maybe for a moment you may even not think that, okay, this universe is existing, but you exist. You and I don't have any confusion about it. So exist, and we are aware, we are conscious. So existence and consciousness is something which you can even prove to a child maybe. But the bliss aspect of it, that is where we need an effort. And that is, I think, where the spiritual effort is required. How can I feel God? How can I feel his bliss? And at one time, your Swamiji said that God is a feeling. That is why in his initial days, his prayer was that, Master, please give me that ability that I can act, I can do things the way you do. And then came a point, he said, no, that is not enough. I should pray Master, the way you think, I should be able to think like that. And then came a point when Swami said, even that is not enough. He said, I must be able to feel, Guruji, the way you feel. Because that is where we come in unison. That is when you feel God, that is why this beautiful chant, if Yogananda gave us, that when you seek, I can give you liberation, the Divine Mother tells this devotee, but don't seek my love. Because when you seek my love, I become poor, because I give myself to you. Which is to say that God, when gives love in our hearts, He has already given that love to us. Because how our loved ones, they love us? If you see, who planted, this question doesn't arise in our hearts that, or in our minds that, why is it that certain people love me, or I love some people, but who created love? From where is this love coming? Just like Swamiji said, this love is not our creation. This love is a feeling that we are channeling from a higher source. And we will not get love only by getting loved, but by loving, he said. The more we love, the more we have this feeling. And in that regard, because God is hidden, at one time, this story came to my mind just now, that why, when he plays hide and seek, many times, we had this discussion enough with our kids also sometimes, although my daughters have told me not to bring up into the satsang, they said, you always keep telling us stories. So this question was that, so I'll not tell you who asked me this question, so that is a secret. So this one of them was saying, Papa, God is, he's in bliss. I mean, he always stays in bliss. Poor we people, we keep suffering all the time. He doesn't have any right to be in bliss. I mean, this is how a child, or even for that matter, we also think sometimes like that. Oh, he's in bliss and why are we here? So, but the question is, and why is he hiding? I mean, why can't he come out in the open and tell us this is what is to be done? And when I was seeking an answer for that, there was this, in the autobiography of Yogi itself, if you see, when Lahadi Mahasaya came from the visit to the Himalayas, he met Babaji, and Babaji gave him this blessing that I will pay you a visit anytime you will ask me to come. And when he came down in the city, and some of his friends were there, and they were not very eager to believe him that you have met a saint in today's time and this thing. He said, no, I can give you a proof. I can call Babaji. He will be right here. And then he just called Babaji, and Babaji came. And Babaji said, Lahadi, what is this? Will you call me for a trifle? What's the point of believing when people can see? And he said a very beautiful thing over there. He said, truth is for people. Truth is deserved, and he said, and discovered by people, or by those earnest seekers, those who can overcome natural, material skepticism. And that is a whole game. Because God has little, kept a veil in front of him. He's little hiding himself from us. And we just have to overcome that natural mental skepticism, which is there. Because that is why, this doubt will come, whether God really exists. And when I was in school, some of my friends, I used to pray. I don't know why, but because in my family, there was this ritual culture. And one time when, as teenagers, they grow up, they get influenced by their friends more than the parents. And one of my good friends, he said, who prays? People, those who are less confident, only they pray. Because they lack confidence. I said, yeah, maybe he's right. Maybe I lack confidence. And I stopped praying. And my dad one day asked me, you don't go and pray these days? I couldn't give him any answer because there was many things going on in my mind. But see how the doubts come. This natural skepticism, something will happen. Some suffering will come, let us say. And we start thinking, God doesn't exist. At one time, Yogananda said that this whole game is actually between pain and love, because the theme is on love today. So he said, why the Christ could bear so much pain on the cross, because his love was so profound for God that he forgot any suffering in that moment. And that is how he said we can only overcome the suffering of flesh or suffering of mind, whatever, because physical, mental, spiritual sufferings, whatever forms they take, if they create any doubt in our mind whether God really exists or not, we just have to keep loving him more. And that is the way, he said, that is the easiest way to bring him out in the open. Although he has given us Jnana Marg, where you meditate, you go deep, and you understand, oh, my breath is not there, thoughts are not there, but I am existing. So that meditation gives you that experience that my existence does not depend on breath. It does not depend on any body. My existence is there. But if you want to feel God, if you want to feel his presence, he is there around us as joy, then all we need to do, he said, Master said, is love him. Love him deeply. And so how that is one of the ways to overcome, as Babaji said, that natural skepticism, that natural material skepticism. And there are other ways also, if you see that, as Swami was writing, that this creation is nothing but a dream. So how do we wake up from a dream? By coming together and mixing with those people, those who have started waking up. So that is why we come to satsangs, because otherwise we will get lost in our dreams. So each time we come over here, there is little awakening happening. So that is also a way to overcome that material skepticism that our mind has developed over incarnations. When we go and mix with, even they say, if you meet a realized master or a God realized being, he said, one moment in the company of a realized guru is your raft on the ocean of delusion. So that also is possible. When we met Swamiji, it was a very beautiful experience, to have a God realized guru or a master. And Yogananda said that even if physically such gurus are not there in our lifetime, but their power is there, and that power will come to us through their disciples also, and they can help us to uplift. So this whole, I will just conclude here with this point, because the theme is on love. And Yogananda said, if you want to bring him out in the open, as Mansiji was also saying, why did he create this whole drama? Ultimately, we know that God has become everything, but why would he do that? Because he wanted to enjoy himself through many, as this is what they put it up. And the other thing is that he's seeking our love. The more we offer our love, you will see that the more happiness will start coming into your life. The more joy will come. Naturally, it will happen. Just keep talking to God. Keep offering your love to him. That God, I am your child. Even if I have so many faults, it doesn't matter. He doesn't mind your faults. God said, Yogananda said that. You just have to keep calling him. Tell him that, God, I love you. Even if he doesn't listen, Yogananda said, keep calling him anyway. Because he will respond. He said he will respond. He has to respond. And even if you feel that he's not listening, he's still listening. And this is the whole game he's playing. And one day he will come out in the open. He will talk to you. He will not leave you anymore. And then Yogananda said, when you live your life like that, he said, it will be the most wonderful way of existence you can ever imagine for yourself. And your whole life will become a dream of happiness. Isn't that beautiful? That sentence. Let us close on that. Let us make this dream, this life, a dream of happiness for all of us by following what Guruji has said.